Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo. Say hello, Gnarlo. Good boy. We left off here at Hingstacer Farm. This is where you come to deal with all horse buying and trading in the game. I think we got the stable there. I was hoping, we had a quest that I was hoping was going to be for picking up the horse riding skill, but it wasn't. Instead, it was just a mission to send me out here, teach me where the farm was, and encourage me to go to the store and buy the horse riding skill. Which I'm not going to do at this time. So we're going to head back down to Bree. You see, we're right up here in the northern horse fields. We're going to head back down to Bree, but it's not going to be a complete waste of time. I've showed you where the where the horse fields are. I'm also going to circle down through here and show you the Bree. Sorry, lost the recording there. I'm going to go down through here and show you the Bree Fairgrounds. So we'll head down that way as well. All right. It isn't too far down here from the horse fields. Set in this big empty field in between Bree and the horse farm. You just kind of follow the racetrack here. In fact, the racetrack is kind of incorporated into it and circles around the field proper. Do want to zoom out a little bit. There's sometimes some baddies hanging around down here. Run into some wolves, and I know there are some orcs back off that way just a little ways. Okay. And this right here is the Bree Fairgrounds. You see here the festival grounds. Every year, several times during the year when they're having their festivities, I think the next one will be coming up is Harvest Math or whatever. Will coincide with basically Thanksgiving, Halloween, that sort of thing. The festivals are held at 4 different places. In the Shire, you find them at the Party Tree, which we've seen before. And down here at Bree, you'll find them here in the festival grounds. Ranges everything from right over here, where you have the pie eating contest, which is only running whenever that gentleman has a ring over his head. I do not know if the pie eating contest runs whenever there's a festival going on or not. I don't know if it's relying upon the festival. You'll also find one of the contests that they have here is picking pumpkins. You get certain numbers of points for picking pumpkins. And over here is a hedge maze, a giant hedge maze. As you see, you're not able to get into right now. But during festival times, there will be a number of quest givers out here. You might actually be able to go into it, but there's no point at the moment. There'll be a number of quest givers out here that will send you off on certain missions inside the hedge maze. And being easily lost, I don't think we want to do that right now. This track you see here that circles is the horse race track. There's a horse race track here, and there's one over at the Shire. And that's where you win the various tokens that give you the festival ponies. So, anyway, this shows you where the festival grounds is. It's another Arnorian ruin, but it's good to see them putting it to good use. Nothing better than enjoying a pint while wetting your feet. That sounds pretty true, my friend, pretty true. The only other end of the thing here in the festival grounds, oh, if they still have it, right over yonder, in that corner over there, there's a little ruined building. I think so. I think they do still have it, yes. Right over there in that building, behind that tree, there is a game of tag that you can play if it's still there. Get 3 of your friends together, and y'all can enjoy a good game of tag, and you get a title for that. And this is the other part of the festival grounds. This has not been active since probably the first time the festivals ran. This here is the chicken ball game. It was apparently buggy as hell, and so everything involving chickens in this game tends to be buggy as hell. Originally you could have 2 teams. You got out here and basically it was whacking a chicken back and forth with a stick, and one team tried to get it through the other side's goal. And as I said, it was really buggy. They had it the very first festival, and I don't think it's ever been repaired and replaced. I remember an April Fool's year where they had a couple of quests where they turned you into a chicken, and you had to travel far to the south down to a region, and that was one that they called short after a day or two as well because of the buggy nature of it. So it's one of those things, kind of the early adopters went out and the rest of us kind of get skipped behind. If you're not in on the festivals from the beginning, you may not ever see the special items like that anymore. I would really love to play chicken ball again. I played it once and it was a lot of fun. It was buggy, but it was a lot of fun. I would like to see them take it out, take out the bugs and get it running again. Alrighty, we're gonna head on back down to Bree. I will meet you there, and I'll do something I rarely do, and that is take a rarely do on lower level characters anyway. We will take a horse ride back to the Shire. So I will see you there in just a few minutes. Alrighty. We're here. The Greenway is crossing the Great East Road. We have arrived at the gates of Bree once more. I know I said I was going to take the horse ride back to Bree, back to the Shire. Actually, we're going to hold off on that for a few minutes. First thing we need to do is, did I grab the stable master? I did. Okay, we haven't got the one in stock. That's the one we haven't gotten yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go up here. I'd forgotten that I had the mission to talk to the mayor. And that's over here from the Shire to Bree-Town quest. So we're going to go see the mayor right quick. I had to go up here through the inn gate, and then I think it's through the merchant gate. I've spent a lot of time in Bree, so I think I remember where the names of all the gates still. Past the prancing pony. Huh. We have a music system in the game, although I don't know if I've actually got mine turned on right now. Let me take a look at the sounds. Audio. Player music volume. It's at 100. So I ought to be hearing them. But, okay. Don't know why, but at the moment I'm not hearing him play his little harp there. But there is a music system in the game. You can actually get together with a group of other players, link up your characters, and you can actually form a band in the game and play music. Alright, we're going through the market gate. Right up here is the boar fountain. Boars are very important in Bree lore. You will run across... Okay, and here's the task bulletin board for Bree. You will run across tons and tons and tons of quests that instruct you to go out and kill boars and bring back their items and that sort of thing. They even start getting rather self-referential and ironic about it in some of the later quests. Right straight ahead of us is the crafting hall of Bree. You remember whenever we were in the Shire, I showed you the crafting fair. This is the equivalent of it here in Bree. You go through that door and they've got all the different crafting facilities and crafting masters and recipe sellers and all that you would want in there. Alright, we come down through Trader's Gate. And right over here to the right is the City Hall of Bree. The Bree-Town Hall. And the mayor should be right inside. Okay. So let's go in and talk to him right quick and see if we can complete this quest. If it's the one that I'm thinking of, it's going to be basically a city tour. They're going to want us to go all the way around the town and talk to various peoples. There's Mayor Graham Tinderlarch. Alright, from the Shire to Bree-Town.
How can I be of service?
From the Shire, you say? Well, friend, that's quite a journey. As for work, speak to me again when you've rested. You must be terribly tired. And 90 silver is our reward. Alright. Okay, so it doesn't go straight into it.
Can I speak with you?
See, this is the one. A tour of Bree, quest level 14, and he sends you all the way around. And all the way around Bree, and you've got probably a dozen people to speak to and learn kind of the history of Bree and the various places around town. But we will skip that for now. We'll catch that the next time we're coming to Bree, because as I've said, there is a line of quest here on the Epic line that will very shortly be sending us back to Bree and the Prancing Pony. For some reason, that those of you who have read the books and seen the movie probably should be able to guess. So we will skip this area for now. Skip that quest for now. And we've cleaned another one off of our board over here. So we're going to head back to the stable master. And once we get to him, I'm going to spend a silver and travel back to Michel Delving and show you the interface and how the stables work. Now this will be a quick trip. There are two different kinds of trips you can take. One is just a plain ride. You hop on a horse like the one that's flying past us here. Pay the stableman the fee. The fees get more expensive depending on where you want to go, how far away they are. You pay him the fee. He puts you on a horse, and you take basically a automatic ride to wherever you want to go. You can just sit back and enjoy the scenery. You can go and make you a sandwich, do whatever you like. The other one type of trip is the automatic trips.
Greetings.
And they call them swift travel, and that's the kind we're going to take because there's just no other kind to get there to where we're wanting to go. So we're going to go to Michel Delving. A swift travel. It's going to cost us 1 silver. So I'm going to zoom out. And you'll see me hop on a horse. And then you'll see one. It's called swift travel. You hop on the horse, you take off toward Michel Delving. And just about the time you get out of Breeland, you disappear. And this is why they call it swift travels, because you just disappear and you reappear at the area that you were trying to get to. And I'm going to take a quick swig of my coffee while we're waiting for the Shire to load in. Okay. And the Shire loads in, we reappear on our horse. There we go. And we finished the last part of the ride. So that's swift travel. And just about all the stables have that feature.
Good day.
So you see, you got the swift travel at the beginning. You can swift travel to any of the beginning sites here. And then as you find more places, you can swift travel to those as well, or regular travel. You know, the distance between here and Hobbiton is not that far, so a swift travel, having to load out and load back in, would probably actually be longer than just riding the horse there in real time. So there's no swift travel to it. The other swift travel is most of the places will go to the Etten Moors, and there's my phone. Alright, sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yes, the Etten Moors. The Etten Moors is the place where you engage in the player versus player monster combat. It's this game's form of PvP. They didn't have PvP in the game because it did not fit into the feel and the lore. You know, hobbits didn't fight dwarves, and dwarves didn't fight elves, at least not during this period of time. And we didn't have big battles with humans. So they set it up so that you have player versus player monster. So that you can take your own character in there, and then you fight against other people who are playing orcs and wolves and spiders and that sort of thing. So, and that's where the Edmoors is. But you have to be 40th level in order to take that swift travel. So I am traveling back at this point to Scary. And whenever I get there... Let's see what this quest is. It's a silver ring. If it's a silver ring like that, it tells you that there is a quest giver here, but that you are just a few levels too low to even be able to pick the quest up. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, and this is good timing. Right over here is Gammer Took. She is the Bard of Michel Delving, sitting out here with her teapot. And she is the one that you talk to. Remember the virtue that we got.
A lovely day, isn't it?
See, she will sell musical instruments. As you see. Most of the bards do that. They sell the various musical instruments. Like you saw the guy was playing the harp back there. There's the harp that you can get. And of course the cowbell, because everything needs more cowbell. And the other thing that she does is that you manage your traits.
What do you do?
The Bards is where you go to add your traits. Remember the virtue guy we got, the compassion. We got a first level compassion. Every trait has got, is it 10 ranks? 10 ranks that you can earn, and we've got a first level so far. So we could take the compassion and we could slot it over here in our virtues, and we'll take 31 copper coins to put our first trait in here, which we will probably go ahead and do. It's definitely worth the thing. Compassion will give us, like I said, add to our range defense. So anything shooting at us will have a harder time hitting us. Add to our tactical defense. I believe that's just your general overall kind of defense. And we'll increase our power regen whenever we're not in combat. So we'll go ahead and do that. Confirm it. It says, are you sure you want to accept it? It'll cost you 31 copper coins, and we'll say yes. Later on, whenever you're changing a whole bunch of different traits, and especially the higher level ones, it does cost significantly more coins. Sometimes, you know, I've had prices of 200 or so silver, so. And there we go. So we now have one of our traits slotted. Our only trait slotted. Okay. And that's a bard, and that's how they work. Alrighty, I'm going to head back on over to Scary, and I will see you when we get there. Oh, and as you see on the mini-map, the bards are designated by a loot. Not a L-O-O-T loot. Although I'm sure, you know, loot as in booty, but a loot as in instrument. I'm sure Gammer had a heck of a booty when she was a younger lady. I don't think it's appropriate for us to talk that way about her now. So, I will see you when I get to Scary.